Been looking at stocks and yields and high income yields, corporate bonds, futures, options, forex, you name it. 8 years strong. I've never seen anything like YieldMax. It's the craziest
I'm
thing
not going to say
earth.
I'm making the most money. I'm not making
earth.
the most money off YieldMax. There's people like Big T in our group. There's people like SoCal
But the whole
Steve.
point is,
but we're YieldMax legends. Like I'm standing on. I'm a YieldMax legend.
Yeah,
I'm standing.
Like
on
I mean, the whole thing is that
that
you're making 7%, 8% a month on your money.
Literally,
and it's being distributed to you out the fund in cash. It's a cash distribution. It's not like something that's like, oh yeah, we're gonna give you your money in like 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. No, like this
Here's
is
the
like
payment date. It's coming that day.
Work every month, first week of the month. Bang, 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 bang.
It's hitting. Like it's it. And I think I'm just at the point where I'm like, this is life now. You know.
I done started from the small grind, turned it up major. I remember all the hard times, that's what made me greater. Done departed from the haters, got no time, see you later. Always finish what I started, that's what I call major. No, I'm major.
We here.
Let's save together.
Episode 15.
15. Episode 15.
Almost forgot, right, man?
Yeah, nah. We got to count the episodes, man.
It's crazy
because
we started the first one, and we did one for 1 week, so it's kind of like not evened out, you know?
Yeah.
We were thinking we were at like 16. Like, wait, why is it not an even number?
I know. Like, the time's been flying. We're like 8 weeks in already. A lot of good information out there. A lot of textbook definitions on things, and a lot of good opportunities, and
for sure.
Shout out to everybody in Discord, Retire on Dividends, everyone that we associate with.
Been keeping us up to date with all our stuff too. You know, just like refining like things that we already know, but like breaking it down to the basics. We're
definitely working. So today's episode, of course, we're gonna have some YieldMax in because always gonna talk about YieldMax because we love that divvy. But today is gonna be a special episode where we talk about a lot of discounted household names.
Some names that we're getting into and buying, some other things that we're like, hey, this is a good opportunity. And obviously the market's so big. There's so many things that we could probably go into, but we've narrowed it down just for a couple of our personal favorites and then some things that are, kind of out there that are just discounted as well. So definitely is about to be pretty solid. I mean, for instance, I've been buying some MicroStrategy.
Yeah,
I took a long-term leap.
I mean, MicroStrategy 52-week high was $200 flat. 200 flat, and now it's at like 129, 130. So it's like, what do you do here?
And Bitcoin, I mean,
like, what do you do here from
Bitcoin,
from $130 to $200? That's like a 55% return. Yeah, like long-term leap, that bad boy, right? I know. So yeah, there's like there's a lot of discounted names, and MicroStrategy is a really good name. Like, you're talking about Michael Saylor, the number one Bitcoin holder in the world. Like, his company's just running it up with Bitcoin. Like, they're just like, gimme. It's
the best way to bet on Bitcoin without directly putting it in Bitcoin.
Yeah, and like, I mean, look at MSTY. MSTY's YieldMax product that's associated with MicroStrategy.
Also very discounted.
Yeah, the 52-week high on that's $45.90, and its current price is around $22.92. So around $23.
MSTY, right?
Yeah.
The low was $19.99, so it's like.
So it's like
right there.
Yeah, it's like 15% off the lows.
Yep.
Like I think MSTY and MSTR, depending on how you play it doesn't really matter how you play it. They're both the same thing.
Different risk tolerance.
The only difference is that MSTY is the income option strategy, is the YieldMax.
Yeah.
But MSTY has been shooting out 5, 6, 7% dividend monthly for a pretty good grip already.
Yep. So it all depends how you want to play it, either both, or if you want that nice monthly income and you want to kind of ride the growth a little bit of MicroStrategy, you can go in there. But investing directly in MicroStrategy is going to get you the direct correlation to Bitcoin in a way. Not all the way, but pretty much.
Look, I mean, like, Bitcoin's running around 59,000 right now, so it's definitely off the highs, right? But like, I think that everyone that's in the crypto markets right now can pretty much say like that we're all in cahoots with Bitcoin getting to 100,000.
Oh yeah.
Like,
when? Nobody knows when, but like, it's going there.
Like, like, everyone wants it to go there. I mean, anyone from big institutions, from just your small mom and pop firms, like it doesn't really matter. Everyone that's in Bitcoin is like 100K about.
I mean, you see today,
everyone's in there.
It was at 61, and now it's back down to 59. You see, MicroStrategy does like the same thing. Went up to 138, went down. So it's.
I mean, like since I've been watching the crypto market has always been the most volatile market. Mm-hmm. It's very volatile. Yeah. Like you're gonna have a lot of volatility in there. It's gonna be, Bitcoin one day is 63,000, next day is 59,000, next day is 62,000, next day is 57, next day is 62. Like it's gonna be all over the place. If you're trading there, whether it's options, futures, anytime you're in the profit, just take that money and keep it going.
Even Tesla too. Tesla's at 200 now, 52-week highs, 278.
We had to bring up Tesla, right? Because we jumped in there on some short-term calls, right? And then we also took some long-term leaps in there. But shout out to the Discord. We gave them a good short-term play on Tesla for Friday. So we're going to see how it plays out. Tesla right now is around $200 flat. The 52-week high is around 278. But, like, we know that the all-time high is a little higher than that, up in the 400 range. So, I mean, up to the 52-week high from 200 to 280, that's a pretty solid return. Like that's a 40% return right there up to the 52-week high.
Yeah.
And then if you're talking about up to the all-time high, you got over 100% return there. And then if you're in TSLL, which we talk about often, you're going to get 2x of that. So if you're in Tesla and you're expecting a 50% return, guess what? TSL is going to give you 100%.
You really want to put it in there. TSLL, we would say, with doing your own research, of course, as we always stress, but that is where we would suggest, to look into and to put your money into, because you can ride up Tesla all the way, and then
TSL is cheap. It's like $8-9
you get in
bucks
there
a share
for less than a tenth of the price of Tesla.
A 20th
trip.
That sound like that. If you want to be exact, it's like 20, like a 20th of the price.
And you're riding up double the way. It's like it's a no-brainer.
It's a perfect way to make the bet on Tesla. Granite Shares has a lot of the L's, which are the 2X products that we have.
They're actually like I think there's something different though. They're like a different company. I'm not sure.
Granite Shares.
Yeah, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, what it is? NVDL is one of them is a different one. Direction. It's shares, but whatever.
Yeah. But I mean
it's all the same concept.
I mean, it's all the same concept, and then most of the L's are Granite Shares.
Yeah.
So
you got AMD too and Super Micro. I know you want to go on them, because they're at good prices right now.
Well, I mean, we can talk about AMD and Supermicro. Like AMD's another household name. 52-week high is around 227, and then currently it's around 139, 140. AMD is number 2 in that chip sector. So, it's right behind. Like you got to say, NVIDIA. Like NVIDIA is just like king of the chips, right? Literally. King or queen of the chips, depending on who you talk to, right? But
most to say king, right?
Yeah. So, but I mean, like the chip sector, the semiconductor space is just people
been really
are putting their money.
Lately,
People are putting their money in, like, because it's like, think about it. If you want to bet on AI, you want to bet on crypto, you want to bet on the chip space, you're gonna do it through NVIDIA, you're gonna do it through AMD, Broadcom, Supermicro computers. So, I mean, AMD back up to the 52-week high is about a 60% return.
Where was it at? Oh, dang, yeah.
Yeah, then you got Supermicro computers, which is currently at 575, right? Like, you made some money earlier last week and this week on them, and then they kept, it just kept pushing higher. I was like, we got to keep rolling up.
It was at like 480. It's like up $100, literally.
Yeah, 20%. I mean, I like tell you, when I saw Supermicro computers under 500, no, I was just like, this is not gonna last.
Yeah, no,
it's not gonna last. And I told you, you're like, for real? I'm like, yeah. And like, you made some money instantly when it went up to 515, 520.
Yeah.
Like
quick little rack.
Yeah. Like, we should have kept rolling it up, but it's all right. We're probably gonna get back in there again. But Supermicro computers is around 577 right now, and the 52-week high is 1229. So you got like a 110, 120% return there.
If it can get back there, which more than likely it will.
It's gonna, yeah. I mean, everything's gonna take time. Remember, August is the FU month, as we say it, right? Yep. It's just one of those months where the market's gonna be volatile. It's gonna be a lot of deep sell-offs and big household names. It's gonna be a lot of sell-offs all over the market, and people are gonna be getting screwed left and right, margin calls, etc. But just like I said, on these big red days and in these big dips and these big household names, this is when you want to open your wallet.
No,
like
when you see it, your position's down 15%, 20%. It's another red day down. Hey, maybe it's not a bad idea to take some of that cash. Just
even
nibble
deeper.
Down a little bit.
Even deeper. Like a lot of these names are going through 50, 60, 70% drawdowns. Anytime you see like a big household name go through a 50, 60, 70% drawdown, like you just jump into
even a nice little 10% dip like Chipotle did, Chipotle.
I'm not really impressed with 10% dips. Like 10% dips you just buying kind of just feels like you're buying at the high. Yeah. Like when you see big drawdowns of 50, 60%, 70% on household names.
Like super micro, you're saying.
I mean, it happens to household names all the time.
Yeah.
It happened to Tesla, happened to Meta. Remember, Meta was $4 something and went down to $95. Went through an 80% drawdown.
Yep.
Like the problem is with big household names is that people don't think they can go down.
Yeah.
So that's the common misconception. Oh, I'm in Microsoft. It's only going to go down 10 or 15%. No, bro. It can go down a whole 70, 80%. I've seen it. Like, it will happen. Whenever the market wants to take it there, they're going to take it there, and there's nothing you can do about it. You got to really...
What are you going to do to take advantage of that opportunity? Exactly. Are you going to be well prepared to be able to do that?
Yeah, so, like, more of the story is when you're having these big drawdowns, you want to get into those positions again. And not even again, you want to add to them, lower your average cost price, right? Mm-hmm. Like you want to lower your price, and like really get in there, right? Like look what happened to TSL. TSL went from 17 down to 8. Look at what happened to NVDO. Went from $90 down to like 40, 45, right?
Yep, close down to 40.
Yeah. So like these names could have huge drawdowns. It's just the point of like taking advantage. So you got MicroStrategy on discount. You got Tesla on discount. You got AMD on discount. You got Supermicro Computers on discount. And then you have CMG. CMG, look at Chipotle is a perfect example of a good discount. Chipotle, immediately when Brian Nichols left the company, well, he hasn't officially left, but we all know that he's planning to leave to go to Starbucks. Look what happened. Starbucks erupted 25% in one day.
Yeah.
Like the options went crazy. They made millionaires. Like if you were betting $2,000 to $3,000 on short-term Friday calls on Starbucks, you became a millionaire overnight.
Yeah,
literally.
I mean, who would have been? But you did. I
mean, the options are up 50, 60, 70,000 fold. Up 50, 60, 70,000. That means you're up 500, 600, 700 fold on your money. Crazy insanity.
But it all goes. It's Starbucks.
And shout out to everybody who was in the leaps.
Yeah.
Because like Starbucks leaps is money.
Yeah,
it was literally money.
I mean, they had the board going back and forth with Starbucks. Like certain high stakeholders were like wanting to get him out, so they did that.
The dude that they had there was a shithead.
We watched the interview. We were like, moving all like fidgety. Like this was the last earnings, after they got clipped.
He was a shithead.
You could just tell when you see certain people in life. You're like he doesn't have like that charisma. It's
I feel like he was just dead. Like he had a pretty good resume. He did some good stuff in the past.
Yeah.
But look, I don't even know his name. And I'm not gonna say his name. I know it, but I'm not gonna say it.
I don't even.
Okay, he did such a shitty job at Starbucks.
Not even worth it. But yeah, Brian Nichols gonna turn it around.
I mean, like everybody know Brian Nichols is a beast. So
that's the
guy. Brian Nichols leaving Chipotle.
Know?
Look, Chipotle got smacked down 10% immediately.
Under 50, yeah.
It went under 50. It went to like 49 and change, and then bounced right back up. Now it's hanging around 51, 50, 51, 52.
Honestly, it really doesn't change the look of it, the future outlook,
it's
someone different driving the boat.
The 52-week high on Chipotle is $69, almost $70, $59.26 to be exact. So like you,
or 69.
Yeah, 69.26 to be exact. Yep. So it's like you have a stock that's at 50 going up to 70. It's a 40% return right there.
Yeah.
And like that's a household name. Like, could it get cheaper? Yeah. Like, are there better opportunities in the market? Yeah, for sure. I like Tesla better. I like Supermicro better. I like AMD better because I feel like AMD is one of those that can go from like $139 probably up to like $400 or $500 a share.
Yeah.
And then they'll probably announce like some sort of split or something.
They're like the last one that probably needs a eventually split. They've split before, but not recently.
Supermicro, like once it gets above 1,000, it'll probably split again.
Yeah. Because what they're doing at 10 to 1, right?
Well, I mean,
or no.
I mean, they're probably going to do something like 10 to 1. Like, usually when they get up to 1,000, they like to do 10 to 1, 15 to 1.
I think they are, though, because they still announced it and they got clipped. I'm not 100%.
Oh, yeah. Like, I think they did, right? Do it. Yeah.
Because we were wondering, we were like, how you still got clipped and you announced the 10-1? It's very rare, but
it's August.
A split does, yeah, it's August.
It's August. It doesn't really matter. Like August kind of defies logic, but it's just a seasonality of the market. Like August, September, especially August, like things just shift around, and a lot of politicians go on vacation, and people are just de-risking on a lot of household names that they made money on all year.
Yeah.
Like Rick Reeder was just on CNBC talking about de-risking. So him being like the big asset manager that he is, like when you have guys from like BlackRock and Vanguard and like you have these big like asset managers come on CNBC and talk about their de-risking. That's like that's a clear sign that the market's gonna take a dip at some point.
Yep.
And like, look, I think the market has come back in the past like week since that whole I guess apocalypse, as you can say, last week, right? But now, like, I think it's probably come up way too fast. So
without a doubt.
Yeah, like I think the market's gonna start.
I think it's
heading lower from here.
It's due for it, at least like we say in August, And
yeah, I mean the market's gonna come down.
Sees the light, it'll break out of here. But
yeah, like futures are gonna drive down. Gold futures will probably head up.
Yeah.
So
it's even NVDA too. NVDA through that whole apocalypse was down under 100. Close to 90, and now it's at 117, and
crazy.
It's just like
madness. Like NVDA almost touched $60.
Yeah,
went from 40 to 60 in like a week,
like
50% like that.
NVIDIA is just we all know it's a beast of its own. If you're in the stock market, like NVIDIA is like if you have certain sectors, it's in the semiconductor sector, but it's really like. It's really in its own class.
Like out of the discounted names that we've been talking about, MicroStrategy, Tesla, AMD, Supermicro Computers, which one do you really like?
You know what's crazy? I think this one's going to surprise you, what I say.
Oh, here we go.
I think it's going to surprise you.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to say the bottom one here. I'll get into that conversation later.
Please don't. You can have that conversation on the side.
But I think MicroStrategy, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I really think MicroStrategy. I mean, I'm big on NVIDIA. I sold out of NVDL and I just took it in some leaps. I got a couple long-term leaps in NVIDIA that are already up 25%.
So you like Michael Saylor a lot, right? Like
I think
you like what he's doing, like how he like feng shuis. I think
because honestly, I didn't know too much until we started breaking it down. And once we broke it down, and then I did some more research, I'm like, man, I've always been afraid of crypto. Just because of how volatile it is, and it's not like a U.S. equity, it's just it's a cryptocurrency. But seeing what he's doing and wanting to get into crypto, but being a little afraid, but like what, this is a way to get into it without directly being into it. And hey,
it's true.
And I'm already in it by getting MSTY. So it's like, why not just be in it on the growth side either? Because I'm already betting on it to go up through MSTY. So I think our podcast, the guys at Let's Save Together, turned me into a believer for MicroStrategy.
Yeah. Well,
what about you? I'm be excited to hear yours because I
think MicroStrategy is going to do really well. Like, I mean, if I had to pick out of MicroStrategy, Tesla, AMD, Supermicro Computers, and
I know what he's going to pick.
CMG.
I know what he's going to pick.
I'm going to have to go with Tesla.
I already know. Look, I have my finger on. I know it.
I'm going to have to go with Tesla. Is there a possibility that MicroStrategy outperforms Tesla? Yeah. But I think with the potential cash flows at Tesla and, understanding that Tesla has like a real business, not to say that with MicroStrategy and Microsail is not like what they're doing.
No, but Tesla's potential is way more. You're 100% right on that.
I wouldn't say that because, crypto, we don't know where crypto is going to go.
That's true.
Like 5 years from now, Bitcoin could be 300,000-400,000 a coin, or it could be like a shit token, like an NFT. Like nuts. we don't know. One thing I could tell you is that the difference between MicroStrategy and Tesla is that Tesla has a real business. Like they're selling cars, right? They have the whole autonomous thing going for them, right? And then they're gonna start doing the robots. So it's like they're gonna start like their cash revenues, like just like their revenues that they're gonna be building up. They're gonna be massive.
Like they're not here yet. Like you're not able to see what they're making on any of this.
And then we're not even talking about the energy business either, or like the
which
potential insurance business, or their potential Tesla Uber thing that's gonna go on.
There's so many. They're like an octopus, right?
No, literally.
Tesla puss.
I mean, Tesla could be a company that we're talking about it right now. It's worth $600-700 billion. and 5 to 10 years from now, it could be a company that's worth $5 trillion.
It could be up there, right?
Like,
With,
it could be
Microsoft
like a
and everybody, yeah.
there. Like, it could be a $200 stock that, like, we could be talking about it at the end of 2030, 2031.
TSL does 2 splits. But
yeah, literally, TSL starts doing splits like the U-Pro. Because the U-Pro loves doing splits. They get up to like 120, 130, 140 split.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like I think Tesla has huge
I think you're right. I think because I'm already kind of
they have a business.
Yeah, I'm already in TSLL. I think I'm not as much a MicroStrategy, so that's why I'm saying like I want to get more in there to kind of ride up.
I think MicroStrategy is gonna go crazy. I think it's one of those things where it could be. Look, it's saying at 130, right? I think it could go from 130 to 500 in the next couple years. Because it's just the potential of Bitcoin. Like, Bitcoin is, crypto in general is such a massive thing. And there's, like, you would think that there's widespread adoption of this. Bro, it's literally like 1 or 2% of, like, world's assets.
Yeah,
which is crazy. And then the adoption rate, I think, is like 5%. So there's not, like, a massive amount of people who are adopting it. It's not a massive big market. It's big. It's worth trillions, the whole crypto space.
But compared to the landscape of
everything that's going on in the world, and comparing to like, oh my god, like the potential is unlimited there.
Yeah, I think we got to get on the YieldMax legends.
Oh, why? I mean, yeah. All right. So
there's so many people that comment and say like we don't find people that talk about YieldMax. And I was just looking at like my portfolio today, and I'm like, dude, like people I see, like they're not as much heavily invested in YieldMax like this. Like YieldMax is one of them things the general public is. So let me put
all right. So
5%.
let me go in reporter mode so we can talk about the portfolio that you've been building for a while here.
Let's see, man.
Right. So, like, how many shares of NVDY do you currently have?
Like 3,150.
All right, so like, what does that equate to, like in cash value?
It's what is it? It's down about 10%, So, but in total,
how much have you spent?
There's about $84,000 in there.
So you spent $84,000, right?
Yep.
So you spent $84,000 on NVDY. How much have you collected in dividends off of NVDY already? Like, how much distribution have you received?
Close since May 8th.
Since May 8th, how much money have you made?
Just under $20,000, $19,762.
So off of $84,000 since May, you've made $20,000.
And that was even less than that because you got to think I've been reinvesting a little bit.
Oh my God, Big T is gonna love this episode when he hears these numbers.
Big T, like you're just in it. Trust me, like you're gonna get up there. Like we haven't even been talking about what your numbers been, but we know like you might have already got this.
Yeah, like he got that in the first month. He got 20,000. But yeah. So you can say you've already practically made 25% return on your investment off of NVDY.
Yep. Which is like, wow, like for anybody, thinking
like
about
YieldMax. Like a 25% distribution out the fund.
Yep.
So you got 25% of your money back already out the fund.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still letting it ride, right?
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to let it ride till it's all in there. And then guess what? I'm chilling. I'm going to be like... Then MSTY's got about 46,000.
All right, so
there.
I've been off of MSTY, right, which is a rather new position that you've been building over the past 2 months. How much have you made off of MSTY already?
5,200.
All right, so you have about 46,000. You made about 11%.
A lot of that's new though. Haven't really
it's brand new. It's a brand new position. You built it over the last 60 days. So within the last 60 days of you putting 46 grand in, you already got around a 12% return distribution that you've taken out the phone.
Yeah, that's the human calculator.
Like you've taken out the fund. So if you think about it, right, from the 25%, 12%, you've already made about 35% of your money on YieldMax within like a 4-month span.
Yeah, I didn't even look at this the percentages like that, but yeah, as I just wrote the numbers down right while we were here.
I think it's insanity.
Without a doubt, you're not gonna get anything else. There's no fund like YieldMax where you're going to make 100% distribution in a year and still have the position. You're not,
and you still have it. It's impossible. I haven't seen it.
We were talking about Starbucks, like, it'd be cool to ride the 20%, get the dividend. You're like, dude, like, come on, every 3 months, come on.
I've been looking at stocks. I've been looking at stocks and yields and high income yields, corporate bonds, futures, options, forex, you name it. 8 years strong. I've never seen anything like YieldMax. It's the craziest
I'm
thing
not going to say I'm making the most money. I'm not making
Earth.
the most money off YieldMax. There's people like Big T in our group. There's people like SoCal
But the whole
Steve.
point is,
but we're YieldMax legends. Like I'm standing on it. I'm a YieldMax legend.
Yeah,
I'm standing
like,
on it.
I mean, the whole thing is that
map.
you're making 7%, 8% a month on your money.
Literally.
And it's being distributed to you out the fund in cash. It's a cash distribution. It's not like something that's like, oh, yeah, we're going to give you your money in like 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. No, like this
Here's
is
the
like
payment date. It's coming that day.
Work every month, first week of the month. Bang, 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 bang.
It's hitting. Like, it's it. And I think I'm just at the point where I'm like, this is life now, you know? May 8th, like before, like, you know.
I mean, think about it,
really
right?
wasn't,
I mean,
it was
like,
surreal.
You've done all that in 3-4 months. 8 months from now, 8-9 months from now, all the money you've put in the YieldMax has been given back to you, and you still have the same monthly payment, if not more.
It's like
you can't make this shit up.
If you think it's
you
not
can't
gonna
make it up, you can't make it up.
If you think it's not gonna last, just look at it like this. All you gotta do is just ride out a year, and then you get all your money back. Yeah. So then you're chilling,
and then it's free money every month.
Anything after that, you're like, fuck it.
And
I got all my shit back.
And then at the same time, we're telling you MSTY. MSTY is MicroStrategy. We're telling you NVDY. That's NVIDIA. We're telling you Coney, CONY. That's Coinbase.
Which we're not in there, but our main two are NVIDIA and MicroStrategy because we know those stocks are gonna move.
And then TSLY.
TSLY is underrated for sure because when Tesla starts moving up, Tesla could very well be could very well be like NVIDIA at one point.
I mean, it is. I mean, it is.
Oh, paying how it is.
Once Tesla takes off, once Tesla gets back up to 300 again.
Oh yeah.
Like, forget about it. TSLY is going to be hitting you with the 6-7% every month like clockwork. And it
might be crazy to get in now. It might be a good topic to talk about too, just to get
like it's nonstop. Look, NVIDIA got killed for a whole month straight. NVDY still gave you 5%.
Yeah,
it got smoked the whole month.
I mean, we look at their holdings. They have it in the treasury notes there. So just focus on.
I mean, yeah, if you want to look at the asset holdings on some of these YieldMax funds, a lot of it is in U.S. Treasuries, which allows them to make a guarantee rate. And and then they have money in some short-term, mid-term, to long-term calls. So it's a mixed blend, but like a good chunk of it is in U.S. Treasury notes.
Guys, like
to get that guaranteed interest rate.
Yeah,
like we're not going to go into the complexities.
No. And what I was just about to say, because we're not, is the functionality of these funds and how they operate. I link right in here. You can learn about YieldMax. Don't take our word for it. Do your own research. Look at the official website. I link.
Yeah, like
look
at YieldMaxETFs.com.
Look at Retire on Dividends. I'll put him down there. He's like someone we watched how he breaks them down way more.
Yeah, like you can watch Retire on Dividends. He'll break every single thing down on YieldMax. Just how we're breaking it down.
He's got spreadsheets, like everything.
He'll give you spreadsheets on it.
Like you're getting like our opinion, and we're backing our opinions with
money.
Like, come on. So like, it's like we're doing it that way, and we're talking about it in a way that's concise and easy to hear. But if you really want to get to the nitty gritty, Retire on Dividends is going to give it to you. You can be like, wow, so this is what it is. He's even got interviews talking to the CEO. So if you really even go, come on. It's not like somebody that's just sitting on YouTube. It's like he's plugged in.
Yeah, like he's
not no small fry.
Yeah, like he's literally speaking to the CEO of YieldMax. We literally had to ask him that question. I was like, yo, like, is this ever going to end? And Jay's like, Jay laughs like, no, I don't think it's going to end. As long as they let us do it, we're going to keep doing it. I'm like, let's go. So, if you haven't built up these positions at YieldMax, they're on heavy discount right now because of all the volatility that's going on in the month of August.
We're all YieldMax legends. We all can be. Like, we're preaching. Whether our friends do it or not, they can't say that we didn't tell them. That's one thing. If you're around me or Tony, even separately or together, we're telling everybody we care about or who even comes in contact with us. Whether you listen is up to you, because that's the thing in life. If you hear good information and you don't run to it and execute on it, it's going to pass by. So many things this guy told me, I hear it and I'm like it's not going anywhere. I'm closing it between my ears and I'm acting on it. You got to do that with things in life because you'll
especially good information.
Yeah, you'll miss it. You'll miss out on it.
I mean, you've been making money nonstop off YieldMax. Nonstop. I mean, it's just like you're looking at the numbers now because I know you wrote the numbers on the notes before we started the episode.
That's $25,000 basically.
But it's crazy how you put 100 G's in it and you already made 25%.
Yeah.
You already made 25% in 90 days. 90 days.
It's even more than 100 grand, but yeah, for sure.
90 days. Nuts. Insanity.
YieldMax.
I mean, yeah, like if you haven't followed YieldMax, the ones we like, MSTY, NVDY, and then the side ETFs that we like on that is Coney, CONY, and TSLY. And then for the discounted names, we spoke about MicroStrategy today, which Steve says that's his number one pick for outperforming the market. Like my number one pick for outperforming the market over the next few years is Tesla, TSLA. AMD we felt like is also going to do real well, because if they start producing some really good chips and start competing with NVIDIA, that's going to be pretty cool. Remember, AMD and NVIDIA, the CEOs, are cousins. So they got the chip family over there. They got the chip family. SMCI, very good company, super discount, down on a 60% drawdown. And then Chipotle, you got to buy it up on the discount from Brian Nichols leaving.
Yeah.
So,
and always NVIDIA is always going to do it.
Always do your own research.
Please.
Always do your own research. But it's a wrap. Episode 15.
Peace. Damn, that was a good John, though. That was a good John.
Yes, sir.
That was a good John. Don't hit me harder.